Word on the street is Warzone might not stick around much longer after Black Ops 7 drops. And on top of that, a new Battle Royale experience could be creeping into the spotlight. Maybe even Blackout making a return. The community has been sitting with these rumors, trying to piece things together, and honestly, it's got me wondering where things are headed. So let's go ahead and chop it up. The good news is, with the help of Dexterto, we are able to put some more of these pieces together. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Feel free to light up the comment section as you go along. So I have to go ahead and give you guys one of my shitty opinions first. I was not a big fan of Warzone. I think Warzone incentivized camp culture like no other. Really quick, I'm gonna stop myself there though. I understand camping has been a thing ever since Call of Duty has been a thing, and in other FPS games for that matter. Warzone just made it more acceptable, it seemed. And it also seemed you got rewarded for it a whole lot more than being a player that actually moved around the map. Modern Warfare 2 2022 was the slowest Call of Duty in Call of Duty history, and I think Warzone had a lot to do with that as well. It's also the same case with cheating, if you ask me. Again, and I know cheating has been a thing in Call of Duty just like camping, but I can't help but notice that shit got way worse with the introduction of Warzone. I don't know if the beer bug situation had anything to do with it, people being in the crib, people losing jobs, and everyone wanted to be content creators and all that. Hopefully you guys get where I'm going with that. If you haven't clicked off already, let's go ahead and get into the intel. Is Warzone ending with Black Ops 7? Blackout 2 rumors explain. Following Black Ops 7's announcement, there have been rumors and speculation that Warzone will be ending. There's very little to suggest that is the case. The brief trailer showed characters dropping into Avalon, a large-scale area where many of the Black Ops 6 maps have been set. Ever since players found that the entire play space could be explored inside private matches, they have been waiting for it to arrive in Warzone. However, the short gameplay scene from the Black Ops 7 announcement looks more like Blackout than Warzone, thanks to the wingsuit, and has led a lot of players to expect Blackout 2.0. Blackout was Call of Duty's first Battle Royale mode, included in Black Ops 4 before Warzone arrived with Modern Warfare 2019, and it has stuck around ever since. But is it coming back to replace Warzone? So Blackout and Warzone had some differences in how they played. Blackout felt more like a classic Battle Royale with open landscapes, scattered attachments and multiple armor levels and all that, while Warzone leaned into a more arcade style approach with custom loadout drops, simplified looting, and armor plates. That approach kind of kept fights flowing. Warzone's bigger player count and urban map made gunfights a good bit different than Blackout, and it introduced modes like Plunder for a different kind of experience. Plus, being free to play made Warzone way more accessible than Blackout. Blackout being locked behind the paywall of Black Ops 4. Some players loved Blackout's slower, strategic gameplay, essentially more of that traditional Battle Royale feel, while others prefer Warzone's chaotic action. Both had their own vibe, but Warzone definitely took over as the main Call of Duty Battle Royale. In my personal opinion, I enjoyed Blackout way more than Warzone, both playing the game and watching content creators do their thing with Blackout. Might be a hot take, but I stand on it. It seemed like Blackout was Blackout and Black Ops 4 was Black Ops 4 at the time. When Warzone made it into the mix, a lot of the weird Warzone community shit, like the YY screen shaking shit, that kind of made its way into the multiplayer community, and I wasn't a big fan of that. Now, is Warzone going away? There's nothing official to say that Warzone is being shut down, in favor of Blackout 2 with Black Ops 7. While footage shown at the Xbox Game Showcase looked like Blackout, this is actually from the co-op campaign. Everything shown in the teaser trailer was from Black Ops 7, with the Battle Royale content always being revealed much closer to release. But where do the rumors that Warzone is going away come from? A Twitter post from a content creator claiming Warzone will be officially sunsetted in favor of Blackout 2 has been doing rounds, having over 700k views. Blackout 2 will arrive in Black Ops 7 and will be played on Avalon on next-gen consoles and PC only, they said in the June 8th post. The current version of Warzone, Verdansk, and Rebirth will exist with the Battle Royale Casual Solos game mode and Battle Royale Quads Casual game mode. They continued, Warzone will be officially sunsetted. Now, a little bit ago, you guys may or may not remember this, it was rumored that Warzone would be put to rest if the return of Verdansk didn't perform. I could be wrong, but it really seems like Verdansk has kind of been doing his thing. As someone who hardly likes Warzone or Battle Royale games in general, I've been having a pretty good time with Verdansk, so I am just a tad bit confused of how developers are trying to navigate these waters. Or am I just bugging? There is no indication of where this leak came from, nor has it been corroborated by any leakers with a proven track record. Reliable leaker The Ghost of Hope said that Avalon was canned for Battle Royale and was being used for campaign and Outbreak, unless things changed and they found a way to rotate big maps for Warzone while supporting PS4 and Xbox One. Warzone could end with COD 2026. There is a chance Black Ops 7 will be the final Warzone integration. In March, the Ghost of Hope said 2026 Modern Warfare 4 won't bring Warzone 3 if Verdansk fails to retain current/returning players. All right, turns out I wasn't quite bugging with that. But ultimately, the good news for the Battle Royale community is that Battle Royale isn't going anywhere. At least I don't think so. Now, here is something else to consider. I've been thinking about what all of this might mean for the overall Battle Royale Call of Duty experience. Are these changes just following trends? Because we've been seeing it. Call of Duty has been doing that a lot. I've been saying it for 5 years now. Call of Duty is trying so hard to be Fortnite, and I don't like it. Or do they represent a real effort to bring something different to the table? Some folks believe that revisiting the nostalgic vibe of Blackout might be a welcome change. But then I wonder, could this be a clever marketing move, or is it a thoughtful shift that respects the old school while drawing in new players? Another question I have is what exactly is going to happen with Battle Royale when it is time for Modern Warfare 4 in 2026? Will we be sticking with the Blackout narrative, even though it's not a Black Ops title? Will we be going back to Warzone, or will we be getting something completely different? Or in a perfect world, to me at least, I know most of you might not agree with this, we can have a Call of Duty influenced Battle Royale, yes, but I don't want Battle Royale touching multiplayer. None of the same weapons, none of the same perks, none of the same attachments, none of that. I think these should be two completely separate realms. That's just my take though, because as I said at the top of the video, I do think Battle Royale, especially Warzone, made the multiplayer experience for Call of Duty a little weird. But yes, Battle Royale is not going anywhere anytime soon, so there has to be something else that is going to work in the future. To me, it kind of seems like a delicate balancing act. On one hand, Warzone developers want to prioritize that TikTok type action that many enjoy, even if it sometimes comes at the expense of strategy. On the other hand, reintroducing something like Blackout could bring back an emphasis on tactics, positioning, and essentially that PUBG type feeling when it comes to Battle Royale, appealing to those who prefer thoughtful gameplay over YY screen shaking brain rot gameplay. I do mean that respectfully, by the way. Now, as far as community feedback, many longtime fans feel that if the developers really listen, they might be able to blend the best of both worlds. Of course, finding that sweet spot isn't exactly easy. Making the game accessible without watering down its core can be pretty tough for developers to achieve. This is where the conversation gets a bit controversial, but in a way sparks genuine discussion. It ties into a bigger debate. Are we trading skill and authenticity for broader appeal and extra monetization? And this isn't even only for the BR end of things. I think this is how the multiplayer experience has been in the last few years. Now, a larger player base definitely adds to the energy, but it does raise the questions about the cost at which that hype comes. If a revamped Blackout does return, will it capture the essence of classic Battle Royale strategy, or could it fall into some of those pitfalls that we saw with Warzone? We are heavily in experimental territory, and honestly, it is very interesting to see how Battle Royale Call of Duty is evolving, even if it does stir up some debate. What's your take though? I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comment section. Check out these two videos here though. I'll see you all over there.